If every salary became public tomorrow, what would surprise people the most? The gap between coworkers doing the same job would turn some offices into war zones overnight. People imagine they would be furious about an executive earning millions. In reality, the number that would hurt most is the salary of the person sitting beside them. A difference of only a few $1,000s can feel enormous when both people have the same title, responsibilities, and workload. Many experienced employees would discover that the newest person on the team earns more than they do. Companies often give existing workers small annual raises while paying market rates to attract new hires. That is why changing jobs every few years can produce a much larger increase than loyalty. Public salaries would reveal how often experience inside one company is rewarded less than arriving from another one. People would be shocked by how little essential workers earn. Paramedics make decisions that can determine whether someone survives the trip to a hospital. Teachers carry responsibility for entire classrooms. Nurses, cleaners, firefighters, childcare workers, and public transport employees keep communities functioning. The importance of a job and its salary are often far less connected than most people assume. The hardest working person would rarely be the highest paid person. Salary is usually determined by scarcity, negotiating power, timing, industry, and how difficult someone would be to replace. Physical effort, stress, danger, and responsibility can matter surprisingly little. Public salaries would force people to confront an uncomfortable truth. The market does not pay according to how tired someone is at the end of the day. Social media would look very different. Many people who appear successful online earn far less than their audience imagines. Musicians, creators, and athletes may need to maintain an expensive image while their actual income is inconsistent. A large following does not automatically create a large salary. At the same time, some quiet people with ordinary lifestyles are saving and investing far more than anyone around them realizes. Sharing salaries would not automatically make coworkers unite against management. One person in the discussion had previously revealed that they were hired at a higher wage because they wanted colleagues to negotiate for more. Instead, some coworkers directed their frustration at the better paid employee. Transparency can expose unfairness, but it can also create resentment when people attack the easiest visible target instead of the system that created the difference. People would discover how profitable sales can be. A successful salesperson may earn much more than a mid-level manager, even if the salesperson seems to spend half the day discussing sports. Meanwhile, some managers earn only slightly more than the people they supervise while absorbing complaints from both executives and employees. Job titles reveal far less about income than most people think. The same profession can pay completely different amounts depending on the company and industry. A developer, accountant, designer, or administrator can move without changing their actual work and suddenly earn far more. Even inside technology companies, employees with identical titles can receive wildly different compensation because they joined at different times or received different stock grants. The job is only part of the equation. Where and when you accepted it can matter just as much. People would finally see that a high salary does not necessarily mean someone is wealthy. Some workers with impressive incomes are one missed paycheck away from serious trouble because their lifestyle expanded with every raise. Expensive cars, boats, designer clothing, and luxury travel can be funded by debt. Meanwhile, the extremely wealthy may receive very little through a traditional salary because their money comes from ownership and other assets. Salary alone does not reveal financial security. Sure. The biggest surprise would be how long everyone accepted secrecy as normal. Once coworkers compare numbers, they can ask better questions about market rates, negotiation, responsibility, and equal work. That knowledge can help people demand fairer treatment, but it can also destroy the comfortable stories companies and employees tell themselves. Public salaries would not prove who works hardest or who deserves the most. They would reveal how differently the world assigns a price to people's time. Every day we find the questions Reddit can't stop talking about. Have a story like this? Share it below. It might be featured in a future video. See you in the next story.